Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis, and this guide is going to be for the Empty Tank Master Lost Sector. We are dealing with fallen enemies, so we've got Barrier, we've got Overload. Your burn is going to be Solar, and the few shields that you're going to face are going to be Arc. This is Master difficulty, as I know most of you guys are looking to check the boxes for your Triumphs. Especially if you're going for the Moments of Triumph, you're looking to try and complete this one, Lost Sector Master. So hopefully this guide does help you quick run through on loadouts. I don't use exotics or supers when I do these runs, so you guys can take hopefully this loadout and basically apply it to whatever class and whatever exotics you want to run to make it easier. Trinity Ghoul, for example, very good exotic. Not using it, just using an arc bow. I'm going to use the arc bow as kind of my ranged weapon. Also is going to handle my overload champions. Anti-barrier, I'm using an auto rifle. But if I had an arc bow and I wanted to use, say, Arbalist, because particle deconstruction and many other things, I would use that as well. But again, not using it. I would actually recommend Arbalist here. It's great. It's fantastic. Hits hard when you need it to. The one thing I would recommend is if you're going to go linear fusion rifle, especially because particle deconstruction hits hard, Corsair's Wrath, if you have it, and I hope they start getting us more than just one of these legendaries for these heavies, because if you didn't play during a certain season, I know some of you guys don't have this one. So I would actually say, depending on how you're playing through this, if you want to do something like Gallahorn, you just got that, or Ascendancy, go with a rocket launcher, hit stuff really hard, and then go something down here that's not really using particle deconstruction, or you could even still use particle deconstruction for Arbalist if you have that. I just know not everybody has one of these, but it is what I'm going to use. I'm only going legendary, so you guys have a lot of options. Linear fusion rifle reserves, ammo finders, scavengers are always good. Protective light is a good thing to have on master, but you can play this one pretty safe. Unless you're going for a flawless victory here, I wouldn't worry too much about the couple times you might die. But if you're going linear fusion for the heavy especially, go particle deconstruction. Pretty straightforward loadout, not too bad on the Lost Sector either, so let me show you how it's done. Alright, I have to turn the music off in this Lost Sector just because I've had a copyright strike before because of the song that plays in the nightclub. But I'm running a solar subclass. I didn't say that one just to take advantage of the burn as well. But when you come in, first thing you got is an overload captain right around this door. So you want to stun him with the bow first and kill it very quickly. Hence why something big like a Catalyst Gallahorn will probably do it, I would imagine. Linear fusion with a few shots will do it as well. Literally hit him once and then one. Would be good if I actually hit a crit. There you go. Not really too bad, but just an important quick kill to get. After this one, my typical progression here is going to be trying to pick off these guys in here. And it's all the ones that are not shielded, the ones that tend to get you a little space from the Wyvern. Sorry, not Wyvern, the Servitor in the middle. And there's a lot of guys in there. There's an Overload Captain around the corner, so you kind of got to watch out for those. That's the Servitor I'm talking about, so if you can move him around, sometimes you might be able to get a few more enemies tagged that you might not have otherwise. And this is another reason a bow is really good, because you've got this range to work on, tagging some of these enemies that you might not be able to reach otherwise. Killing these dregs is actually a really good thing to do early, so he's not chunking grenades at you. That guy down there is really annoying. Try and get the snipers as well, just because they will be on the more frustrating side. Over there, you've mostly just got dregs, and if you want to get the barrier champion, if you get a chance on him, you can. Like, I'm probably going to get him to do his shield here. And then I can actually go with my linear fusion rifle if I can hit my shots. Not my best moves. Still got him. If you can get an angle like that on him, cool. Otherwise, I'm going to kind of show you the alternative is to use this barricade once you've cleared out most of this area to take out this guy. And then here, same principle. Just stun him. A couple quick shots. You could probably even do 2 in a finisher if the particle deconstruction stacks and you get enough damage. Again, I know everybody's loadouts are slightly different. So now you got easy access. So now would be the point where if you got the barrier champion, can you use this barricade, clear out any ads that you can around it. So overshoot on that grenade for once. You're going to have a couple snipers in the back, so watch out for those as you kind of put some work into this room. They will be popping out. And one over here as well. That guy's always quite fun. There you go. Looks like I've got a drag, and you'll have one more enemy to deal with, but you actually get to choose when to spawn him. Alright. Reload your heavy, make sure you're good there, and when you activate this switch, you're going to summon a captain out of that back door over there. Actually dropped some heavy ammo, so I'm going to get that, but I also wanted to mention these. When you go up for this captain up here, you don't want to have those things all over the ground, so if you actually get a chance to clear your path up here, Probably going to work a little bit better. There you go. If you're worried about it. Half the time, I think those are not really too big of a deal, but they just seem to be a lot of them in my way. So as soon as you spawn this, the door is going to open. And you can start stunning your captain. Now, you can go for a finisher on him if you want to. But if you fire at him, use a little bit of cover here. You don't even have to be as close as I am. Just kind of strafe back and forth a little bit. Stun him one more time. And then if you get a particle deconstruction shot on him, you only probably need one and a finisher. Just a way to conserve some ammo. Now, I got lucky. I got heavy ammo to drop right there. But things like that, if you get 2 shots and you can finish him versus going for the 3rd one, might be a little better way to use your heavy ammo. When you get down here, this is why I didn't really use my grenade, is because this one section tends to call for it. Try and get a grenade that's going to be beneficial for some like extended damage, whether it's solar, whether you get a, you know, big group explosion. Something like this is going to be something where a chain explosion is going to be beneficial to you. You got a punch that explodes a lot of things, that's good. I actually have heavy ammo sitting back here, which is kind of beautiful. I'm going to leave that there if I can actually manage to not pick it up. And then up here, depending on how much of a rush you are, you can actually let the barrier champion on the left kill the 2 captains on the right. Because I promise you, he's going to win because he's always going to get his health back. So you could literally sit down here, park it, and wait. And I guarantee you, he will eventually be the only one sitting up there. Now, I'm going to move forward here, but if for some reason you're like, I don't really want to deal with the couple of arc shields that are in here, and I would much rather use something else. These are the only arc shields that you have in the entire thing. So if you don't want to kill these 2, let the barrier guy do it for you, and eventually they're going to die. It may take a little while, and you might have to help the process along. But I'll tell you, he's going to definitely win. But granted, I'm just going to make it a lot faster. That's the only difference. Once he's down, the rockets are going to be fun. And if you die there, no big deal. Biggest thing to note is try and use the elevation you've got here and then be ready. Make sure you reload as soon as he gets down on any barrier champion and master. It's always when they get down like the half of that first health bar. Notice how quick he's to pop that one. Then you can kill him quick with your heavy. Pop out here. Finish him. Now from here, what you want to do is come up top. And everything's going to come out of that door. So this is where I usually throw a grenade. And get some things killed. You got the exploder shank so they can put in a lot of work. And honestly, save your heavy ammo. On this one, just sit here and plink the guy with arrows until you're done. As soon as you get 1 stun, you'll be pretty good. Got to be a fully charged shot. And then at this point, he's going to, you know, kind of wake up, get some shots on you. But if you keep the arrows on him, not exactly hard to kill. Use your cover right here. Kind of let the angle of your attack here be beneficial. A little bit of strafing. And just keep shooting. That way you've got heavy ammo. Because I'm going to want you to use your heavy ammo. Depending on how much you've got left. I got lucky on a drop. But like the heavy ammo is going to be beneficial for you to really put some work in on the boss. Because you want to put the boss basically right back where he is when he gets unlocked. You got one more side to deal with. We got some beasts. Got barrier champion here. And again, this little hump up here in the top of the room works very well for you to work on what you need to. Make sure your auto rifle is reloaded for your barrier break, whatever you got. And then start planking some damage. One more, probably. And again, since we have infinite ammo now, I can sit here and do this with an auto rifle. Annoy him for a little bit, pop the shield, do it again, reload. Reload again, so I know I've got enough to break it. Tag him a few times to tick him off. That's your cycle on a barrier champion. Especially when you get them lower and they really want to pop their shield as fast as possible. Just be ready. When they go to pop their shield, tag them a few times to annoy them. You'll get them. Now, here's the sequence. When he drops, the shield is going to drop. Now, the servitors are shielding the boss. But your goal is when that boss starts running forward, if you find a time when he is unshielded, you got to wait till he gets far enough away. He's the one you want to hit. Now, if you can push him backwards like that, what you're going to be dealing with is now everything in the back of the room. So again, a grenade's beneficial. My grenade probably came back a little quick, but that's not too bad. Now, you'll notice we now have snipers, and I wanted to show you guys this because I wanted some of these guys to spawn. I probably could have killed the boss right there, so I didn't have to deal with him. But he's actually not a worry once you get him under about half health. So your goal at this point is to take out one of the two servitors to give yourself a little bit of working room, because they're blocking the snipers, which are going to be the annoying ones. So whichever side you can get to. And it's just going to depend on where they're stuck. Now, if you really want to get a servitor, or if you want to get a barrier champion to pop their shield, and so you can tag them. See, this is always the interesting part. Trying to do this flawlessly, but I need a little bit of health. So that's the point. If you ever want to make a servitor really get going, then you can actually hit them. Make your life a little easier. Now, they're likely not all covered. You start hitting some of these sniper shanks. Life gets like 6,000 times easier. Now, if it's just you, the servitor, and the boss in the back, oh, this is easy. Pop the shield. My bad. Gonna reload, but hey, it doesn't matter. Okay. Even wasted some ammo there. Probably try and be a little better about your shots. And honestly, the best point to pop your super is when you clear the enemies that come out of this side, enemies that come out of this side, and if you have a super that could last for a while, like Dawnblade or Hammers, just literally sit right here on the stairs, pop your super, or at least pop your super from like there with some cover, and you could honestly like clear most of the stuff that comes out of there really, really quickly. And you're done. So that's kind of the less optimal way to do it, from back there in cover and letting the snipers come out. But if you can kill the snipers as they're coming out, if the servitors go down first, if you pop your super and make sure and push the... Biggest thing is pushing the boss back, because he does have a solar shotgun that's just going to mess you up. So if you can get him below half health, he'll come back here, and then he won't be an issue back there. Yeah, you got to deal with snipers and stuff, but you can manage it better if the boss is not in your face. We're going to go down, we'll run over here and see what we've got. This one's really not that bad when you get used to it. Hey, we got an exotic too. And that is a platinum run. I just did the exact same thing and actually got platinum to show up. But again, get your Essence of Dawning, get your exotics, and hopefully you guys can use this one to finish your triumph. Let's get back to the surface and we'll wrap it up. But yeah, that one's actually really not too bad. You've got a decent amount of cover to work from. The final boss room gets a little sketchy if the snipers come out and all the servitors are up, but however you choose to work around the room, the boss fight... Biggest thing about the boss, get it to low health, or get it to about half health and focus it. Whether you hit it with a rocket in the face, hit it with your super, do something to push it to the back of the room. So then you, or to, like, I guess, its back of the room, kind of where his little throne's sitting. So you can use the front of the room where you enter and kind of up on that hump to work some of the enemies from far away. And then once you've got those, the rest of it gets pretty easy. So if you guys did enjoy this guide, please drop a like below. If you've got a loadout, subclass, exotic that you enjoy using, please drop that in the comments for everybody else. If you guys want to find me on Twitter, it's Ebontis, on Twitch, it's Ebontis, and right here on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please hit that sub button. It's a nice way to support me. Hit that alert bell so my videos can make it to you. If you want to support me directly, you can join the channel as a member after you sub, or you can find my link for my Patreon down below in the description. You guys are amazing. Have a good one. I'll see you soon.